All right. All right. All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. You can hear me. Let me know. Welcome, everyone. It's good to see everybody here again. It's good to see everybody. Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, yeah. Just drop a comment. Drop a comment. If you're here, just drop a comment. Drop a comment. Drop a comment. All right. All right. Welcome, everyone. We'll wait a couple of minutes for others to join, and we'll continue with a couple of minutes for others to join. Welcome, everybody. It's good to be back here again. It's good to see everybody again. Welcome. Welcome. All right, let's just wait for a couple more minutes for everyone to come in, and then we'll commence the webinar. It's going to be a wonderful time together. It's going to be a wonderful time. A wonderful time. All right, as you come in, just indicate. As you come in, indicate. Let's see you. As you come in, indicate. Let's see you. Fantastic. Welcome, everyone. Good. All right. Great. It's good to see everybody coming in. All right. So today is going to be a wonderful time. We're looking at a very interesting topic, and it's something that um, is very pertinent, right? Something that is very critical today in technology, right? It's very important today in technology. Everybody has been talking about AI. It's been AI all around, left, center. Literally everything we do today is all about the advent of AI, right? So it's only important that we educate ourselves or prepare ourselves and bring ourselves to the point where we all are prepared, ready for the new innovations that are coming on board, the AI system, right? Couple of months back, if you remember, on one of our webinars, I made mention of the fact that AI is a tool for productivity. It's a tool to help in terms of doing things. It's a tool to help in terms of improving efficiency, right? However, we also learned the fact that it is the people who understand the AI and what are the use cases, what exactly are the things that AI can do, or how can I use AI. These are the people who would have a upper hand, or these are the people who would have good leverage when it comes to the future we all see, or the future we are all aspiring and entering into in recent weeks or in recent months and years, so to say, right? So it's very critical that as we go on the journey, be you in tech, or you're just an enthusiast of tech, or you're a career person in a different industry entirely, embracing the innovative structure that the ecosystem of artificial intelligence brings to fore today is critical for being effective going forward. So without further ado, it's a very short webinar, because this webinar, like I said, it's a series. So this is just an introduction to the series, and then we'll then improve on the series as we move along. All right. So we're looking at Microsoft Copilot. I believe everybody today, if you go, if you surf the internet, or you're, just online, browsing through, you would see that literally everywhere you turn into, there are different AI systems doing different things and all of that, right? Now, within the Microsoft ecosystem, yes, Microsoft also have an AI innovation that does, different things, generally also helping in terms of what is being done, helping in terms of efficiency and all of that. So we'll be looking at that in this series, and I'm sure everybody knows me. All right, my name is Hayo. I'm excited to be taking the series, the webinar for today. In the course of the series, we'll probably bring in a couple of people in different aspects, those that are deals with AI as it relates to different aspects of Microsoft itself, and generally different aspects of technology, and bring them on board also to have sessions with me, so we can all look into AI and how AI is used, all right, in different bucket of places, especially the Microsoft Copilot, how it works and how it functions in different bucket of you know um the ecosystem of Microsoft, as the case may be. So Hamayo, I'm a Microsoft MVP, Microsoft Dynamics, Microsoft Power Platform, and a couple of other things like that, software engineering, and solution architect. So how I'm excited to be here. It's all about transformation, and that's what exactly we're doing in this webinar series. All right. Now, some of the things we'll be looking at in this webinar is we'll be looking at entry-level introduction into Copilot. Let's look at what Copilot is all about. And then looking at, what are the use cases of Microsoft Copilot? What are the availability of the Copilot? And I'll just show us a couple of views around, how Copilot is, where it is, how you can start, even kick off something, right? While in our coming webinars, we will then delve into the different use cases, extensively across different availability where we have the Microsoft Copilot. Okay. Now, the Copilot itself is an advanced AI assistant. Now, if you look at the word Copilot, we are all very familiar with the hairline structure, where you have a captain and or a pilot and a co-pilot, or a captain of a plane and then the co-pilot, right? So definitely, what if you look at that structure, what it means is there's a driver or there is a main driver, and there's somebody who assists when you probably get tired, you get stuck, somebody has assist, right? That's the structure. So AI is meant to enhance, and that's why it's called the assistant, right? It is designed to help, with couple of tasks, right? Whether it is around productivity, information gathering, or just trying to gather couple of conversation. That's what the Copilot system is meant to do in terms of helping to sensitize and synergize information across from different places, the web, and just siphon those information and make it available to the user, just to be able to assist the user. So how can the AI assist the user today, right? Now, if you look at the definition you have on my screen, this is a definition I intentionally picked up even from the Copilot. I asked the Copilot, okay, what do you do? And you can see this is what it says it does. It's just to help assist the user in this case. Now, if you look at it, it's an AI powered system, right? And for the Microsoft Copilot itself, I love the way it is being structured. We'll look at that when we get to availability and the likes, right? The Microsoft Copilot, as much as it is available publicly and generally, which I will show you how you can start, how you can kick off, leveraging on it, even though it is available generally, in general availability to everybody. However, it is also available within the Microsoft ecosystem, within the Microsoft applications, offering Microsoft 365 applications, the enterprise applications. Why? The idea is just to help enhance the uses of each of those applications. So the idea is to improve how we use and interact those applications, right, in this scenario. So it leverages advanced AI technologies to help users with tasks such as writing. If you're probably you working on Microsoft Word for writing, or you're preparing PowerPoint slides, for a presentation. It helps even devs or developers with coding. It could help you in terms of generating your syntax, your methods, your functions, or giving directions, right? In terms of how you can, perform tasks and activities. uh, for data experts, right? In terms of giving you structures around your analytics and your science, in terms of data interpretation, that can even help you in terms of generating your forecasting, your predictions, and all of that, right? Those are like some of the elements that the Microsoft Copilot brings to fore that it helps to achieve in this scenario, right? So that's how beautiful it is. I'm sure a couple of us are probably very bad or very, not so good when it comes to writing mails and all of that. So you can imagine Microsoft Copilot sitting within your, emails service. For example, your Microsoft Outlook that houses your Exchange emails, right? You can imagine Copilot within that system to help you read through your mails, tone of your mail. Are you addressing are you too hard, too harsh, things like that is what the AI comes in for, to then help achieve or help do, right, in the system. So it just makes your work better, makes it faster, makes it more efficient, and it makes it more globally available, aligning to global standards when it comes to how we do things generally, right? That's the beauty of the Microsoft Copilot, and that's why the system is out there, right? So I know a couple of people might have an intention. Oh, no, 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 I don't think I want to work with this. It makes me lazy. No, 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 it doesn't make you lazy. Remember what I said, right? That it is the people who understand the uses, or who knows how to use. For example, if I'm going to ask Copilot, right, or any AI system to say, um, I'm probably writing a syntax in Power Automate, and I'm finding it difficult to corroborate what I'm trying to write. The way I ask the AI will determine the answer I receive. So for me to ask the AI the right question, it would mean that I am also very good in terms of my skill. I know Power Automate. I'm able to write the expressions and all of that, so that my question to the AI would not be something like, how can I how can I write a function to check if a data exists, and probably update. If I'm writing like that, I'm probably just, yeah, the AI will still do its thing in terms of siphoning my information. But imagine I say, you know give me a length based. So there's something called length in writing Power Automate expression. Say, give me a length from the output of a body, to determine data existence or not. When I write like that, the AI understands, okay, you're talking about length. Length is an expression in Power Automate. Good. Uh, you know, Definitely length is going to look into the output of a card in Power Automate. So already I have helped also the AI to now drive down in terms of the AI conjuring the answer I need. Do you see that now? Because I know, at least I understand my work. So me asking the AI for an help to just write a better syntax or a faster one, the right way now helps the AI to give me a good answer. Do you see the logic now, right? So that's what we're talking about here. So it's not literally having to do your job from A to Z. It's about, helping you optimize, bringing efficiency to how you do things. For example, you're trying to write GitHub Actions, right? Write pipelines to push your work from maybe a dev environment to a develop or a staging environment and all of that, and your syntax is, or your actions keep failing and all of that. You could just ask please, check this YAML line, tell me what is wrong. You could probably look through it and tell you, oh, this is what is wrong. It's different from asking it to write a full YAML function. You see that now? So that's the beauty of the Copilot system. That's why we are, say that's why the AI structure, that powers, Copilot is critical for efficiency, right? So now let's move forward. Let's look at some use cases, right? When we talk about Copilot, what are we talking about here? Now, you want to search for information, everybody read text. And interestingly, these days, AI, all of these AI systems are very smart, and they're very, um, yeah, they're very smart, because, when I say text-based search, it would mean that even irrespective of language, right? You could be if somebody who speaks a different language, apart from the regular English language, and you need the AI to be able to also relate or answer questions in that regard for you, and then the AI is able to pick up that answer and, return it back to you, read your text as you type it, give you answers. Some AIs, like the Copilot, could even allow you, speak, and like do an audio request, right? In a sense, right? So those are things that you get to enjoy, right? When we talk about use cases within the system, right? So if you look at that, you are able to have conversation. There's something we call conversational AI, right? If you're a Microsoft person, we have something we call the Power Virtual Agent that is now turned to the Microsoft Copilot Studio, where we have conversational AI. I'm sure at least everybody here is familiar with chatbots, right? That's an AI system where you have conversations, right? Conversations. So these are like conversational powered AIs. So you are able to have, ask, the AI is giving you a response, you are asking, is giving you a response, things like that, right? You could also probably push an image to the AI and say, what, this image, give me XYZ information around this image. You could push a video, give me XYZ information around this video. Those are like some of the use cases you can leverage on, right? Within the AI interpretations of different needs, right? Now, for people who are probably developers, right? Now, if you look at text-based searches, image, videos, for people who are operational people, and that's one of the use cases you see on the screen, operations. For people who are operations, who are writers, PowerPoint, you are always writing something on Microsoft Word, or you are always, preparing slides. You are always researching and outsourcing for information. You are always trying to compare information here and there. That's what you do with text. Sometimes you might just have an image somewhere and you want to like compare that image with a different image to generate a set of information. Those are like ways you can leverage the Microsoft Copilot. Do you see that now, right? And if you are on the tech side, you are a developer or something like that, right? You are able to also leverage the same system in terms of, allowing the system, help you in terms of redefining things, maybe redefining your codes, redefining your different activities, right? Different things can actually be done, depending on whichever side, or depending on whichever side you fall into, right? So all of these things are things that are possible or doable, really, right? With these systems, right? If you are a DevOps engineer, so to say, like I said earlier, writing your pipelines, maintaining your pipelines, these are questions you can ask the AI to help you. If you're on the enterprise side, you implement Microsoft Dynamics 365, you implement Power Platform, you implement any enterprise structure, right? The AI can also help. Now, both from the deployment side and from the user side. So, for example, I'll show us when we get to the demo. From the user side, I could just be using a system, and I need the AI to help me in terms of system navigation, information sourcing, things like that. From a development side, you might need the AI to help you to actually kickstart a couple of things. Maybe kickstart generating something, building something. Those are like different things that the AI is able to help to achieve, right? So those are like just a couple of use cases that we can find within the Copilot system. Now, in terms of the Copilot availability, now the Microsoft Copilot itself is number one, generally available for use. So everybody can just go to copilot.microsoft.com and boom, you are able to let me just drop that link here. All right, so that we can just all I'm just gonna get the URL, just drop it for us. We'll still, when I get to my demo fully, would all see, so that you can also play around it. Because see, the best way to enjoy, like I said to us, the best way to leverage AI is to play with it, use it, understand the the tone of communication, right, with the system. Those things are very um they are very important in terms of how we leverage on them. So the tone, the structure of how it is being used, all of those things are very critical in how we leverage the use of these copilot systems and all of that, right? So general use, which means going to the URL you see on the banner right now, you could just you know, start playing around, speaking to the AI, leveraging on the AI, and all of that. Now, if you are somebody who is on the enterprise side who deals with Microsoft and you use Microsoft systems, right? For example, if you use the Microsoft 365, which means you work with Microsoft Outlook for mails, you work with Microsoft Teams for communication, you work with SharePoint, for example, for document management, OneDrive for storage, couple of Microsoft apps. Maybe you are on the enterprise side and your business use the Microsoft Dynamics 365 for customer relationship management. You use Power Platform for low code application development, for automations, Power Automate. Now the Microsoft Copilot is also embedded in these systems, right? And they are there to help us achieve and do a couple of things. Now interestingly, we have the Copilot Studio also, and then the Copilot Studio is where we have leverage to build what we call agents. So we can build different agents, but to do different things, right? There could be different scenarios and different processes that you want to achieve, and you need to build like an AI system that is able to achieve that process or that system for you. So the Copilot Studio is like an interface, a development environment, right? Where you are able to, play around in building your bot system, right? Uh, for whatever reasons you want to do it. And at the same time, like I said, the Microsoft Power Platform Dynamics and Azure D365, all of those systems also have embedded in them the Copilot feature that can be used to achieve whatever it is you intend to achieve. Okay, now let's do a bit of deep dive into a couple of views, so we see some of these things and then see how we are able to work with them and engage them. Now, if let's start from the general use. So like I said, if you go to copilot.mycloud.microsoft.com, I believe everybody can see my screen, right? I'm logged in, but if you don't have a Microsoft account and you just go there, I think you should be able to also let's try and do uh an in private browser with no user. Okay, so let's do this. Then let's go there. All right, all right. So let's do this. All right, fantastic. So notice that you go to copilot.microsoft.com. I think that would be a better option to go to. So let's switch what we have on the banner. I think this will be all right. This will be a better URL to navigate to. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. So I will drop it on the comment side also. All right. So when you come here, right, just the same way you would work with your GPT-4 and all of those things, right? So you see, I don't even have to sign in. but you get much better experience, right? If you probably have a Microsoft account and you sign in with it. But if you don't, you can still get started with the Copilot, right? So let's say my name is Ayo. I'm just gonna shoot. Mm, he was asking me for a voice.
I can write stories.
You see that? So, but now with what I have, you can see that I can already start, dealing with. So, what is Microsoft Copilot? So, I can already start conversation with the AI. You see that now, and the AI is already. You see exactly what I was saying that I have on my slide earlier. So we see that I'm already having conversations with the AI, already doing things. I could probably even ask a question from the audio perspective. Let's see.
Hey, IO, I'm here. What's up?
I'm good.
Love to hear it. So, what's making you feel good? What's adorable or surprising or just nice?
Yeah, I'm currently on a webinar teaching about Copilot.
Nice. Teaching others about AI is a big deal. What's the most exciting part you've shared so far? Or the most common question people keep asking?
Is AI going to take my job?
The classic will AI take my job question. AI can definitely change how we work, but instead of replacing humans, it's more about collaboration. We're still better at being empathetic, creative, and critical thinking. So, how do you think AI will change your role?
I believe AI is going to just make my work more efficient and help me do much more work better.
Exactly. Leveraging AI to boost productivity and streamline tasks is a smart move. It frees up more time for complex, creative, and strategic work that only you can do. What's been the most useful AI tool for you in achieving this balance?
Fantastic. Copilot, right? And I would like to know some use cases.
Absolutely. Here are a few ways people use Copilot: writing assistants for emails and documents, generating code snippets in software development, simplifying data analysis in Excel, and even being a creative companion for brainstorming sessions. It's your sidekick for tackling repetitive tasks and sparking new ideas. What's one area you're most excited about exploring with Copilot?
Building agents.
Using Copilot in beauty and fashion, awesome application. It can suggest writing product descriptions, analyze trends, or even generate creative content for your brand. If you
All right. So guys, you see how I just had a conversation like I'm having it with a real human, right? And is able to answer my questions, listen to what I'm saying, answer it intellectually, and have a conversation. And that's just me having an audio conversation, right? So you can still come here and drop, text messages like I told us earlier. It could be that you want to upload an image, you know, and ask questions around that image and all of that. The idea is the AI is just there to enhance what already you do, right? So, like I said, this is like a general availability, a general access for anyone to be able to speak to the AI, right? But if you have an account with Microsoft, it even gets better. The experience gets better, right? For example, if I take you to an account that I have, as you can see on the screen now, this is an account I am signed in on. You see, it has some extra features. For example, there's protection for my conversations with the AI, right? I get to probably ask more things, get more details, information based on my conversation with the AI, right? The feature I can't see again on my screen. It's a plugin feature whereby you are able to pull in some plugins uh, that you can even leverage on for a couple of things, right? That's the idea. The idea is having a system like this that you're able to leverage on for different things. Now, I talked about the fact that this is general availability. Now we have it as it relates to individual product line that the that the Microsoft generally offers, right? And that's one of the things we'll be doing in the coming series, whereby we'll be delving into each of the systems and how Copilot and AI are critical to how we can interact with those systems. For example, for those who um use Microsoft Dynamics 365 CRM, maybe for customer service activities or for sales activities, right? uh how do you use that? So let me take you to somewhere. So if you look at my screen currently, everybody, this is a Microsoft Dynamics 365 customer service interface, right? Where cases come in, you pick on cases, you treat cases and all of that. We have the one for sales somewhere here also. Let me see. uh, okay, so if I go to, for example, I have cases here. If I pick any of this case, for example, this is an active case, uh, for example, or I can come to the AI. So let's say I want to do something like this, email. So watch this now. I want to write an email as a customer service agent, right? And at the point of composing, can you see draft with what Copilot? What kind of email do you want? So imagine I'm saying, what I want is, say, let me describe what I need. I want an email to, you know, to calm an angry customer. Do you understand? So I want something like this, and I click on generate. So what it's going to do now is it's going to help me as a customer service agent to draft that email in a tone that it will be appealing in this sense. So it says, dear Litwell, so just a sample name. I hope this email finds you well. I understand that you may be feeling frustrated, and I want to assure you that your concerns are important to me. If there's anything specific that you would like to discuss, or if there are any questions I can help answer, please feel free to share. I'm here to assist. Thank you. So you see that it's able to help me what, and I can even tell the AI, kindly adjust, it's professional, make it friendly, something like that, and watch. It's probably going to now update that and make it more friendly. So it says, uh, wait for this. I want to know your concerns. If there's something that you'd like me to do, please don't hesitate to let me know. I'm here to help you. Thank you for your patience and all that. So the AI is able to do all of that, right? It's able to write my mails for me, give me some sort of insight into that. Now, that's not even the limit, right? You would notice that this is me trying to probably do it rather than email and all of that. If I go somewhere else, I can leverage the AI to find something for me, right? So I can say, find investment funds uh in my account entity. So I have an account entity. I want it to just help me check for available investment funds that I have in the account entity. So what the AI is going to do is it's going to scoop through that my entity and then help me release that information. So you see, investment funds, Great House Ministry, these are the stuff it's able to find. So if I click on investment funds, you see that it opens on the screen here my investment form. So the co-pilot that is attached to this CRM interface is able to have a direct link into the application structure, in as much that is able to now go into the system and expose to me the application for that particular information I'm talking about here. And you can see it gave me a couple of information around it. Beautiful stuff, right? Right. So these are like, so when we talk about the fact that leveraging Copilot is about helping in terms of improvement, or helping in terms of how we interact with the Microsoft systems and all of those things. This is what we're talking about, right? It's about the system coming in to enhance. So imagine I have thousands and thousands of data. Yeah, you can say that I can come to account, I can search, and I can find what I'm looking for. But I can do better, right? I can probably even tell it to say, you know what, on the investment fund, you know, on the investment fund, let's say, you know, uh show me a list of my timeline activities, something like this, right? And let me see what happens. So those are like me, that's like me drilling down the nitty-gritty of that particular application interface, and let's see what the AI is going to be able to work on for me, right? So when you look at so I said, okay, so there's no result, let me see, take me there. So there's no result, but it's taking me to the activities. You see what I'm saying now? So it's taking me to the activity for me to now select, the activity I intend to have. So if you look at what Microsoft has done with the advent of Copilot, is to say that yes, there's a general AI where everyone is able to go ask questions, have interactions, improve your operational efficiency. However, the Microsoft themselves says, you know what, we have our own product, we have our own systems that people use for different things. People who deals with customer relationship, people who deal with finance and HR, who use the ERP system and a couple of other systems that Microsoft possess. Microsoft then says we would like to have an AI that makes that system more usable, more user friendly for these people. See that now, for their engagement. That is why you see that you now have Copilot being embedded within each of the Microsoft technology. Your Outlook, your Teams, everywhere now you have it. Even now, for if you use a Windows PC, you will understand that on your Windows PC by default, you have the Copilot already. On your taskbar, you will see the Copilot there. Why? So that even, in terms of your interactions and navigations within your system, within your computer, you are able to have an AI assisting you in performing activities. I'm sure a couple of you don't know, right? Because I'm doing this webinar from a MacBook. Let me see. Okay, I would have said let me join with my Windows PC. So if you have a Windows PC and you go down, you would see that on your Windows PC you can easily open up the Copilot on the Windows PC. Ask the Copilot a couple of things. Maybe some of you have been finding it difficult to perform an activity on your PC. Ask the Copilot, how do I do XYZ? Okay, how do I reset this? How do I run this driver? Those are like questions the Copilot is able to give you quick answers, navigate you there, can even probably say, click on this, and then it takes you there. You see that now? That is the advantage of why Copilot is critical. All right. So even as we run through this webinar today as an introduction, right? You would also see that I talked about Copilot Studio. Let me see if I can open that. So there's a Copilot Studio. Initially, it used to be called the Microsoft Power Virtual Agent, where we built chatbots and different kind of bot agent. Now we have it as the Copilot Studio. Very fantastic, right? For example, you see, I can build different agents. Say I want an help desk agent, for example, provide employees with these, and I ask it to proceed. What is going to do? Very interesting stuff. Now I'm asking it to say, you know what, build me an agent for help desk. Watch, it's going to build an agent that serves an help desk purpose. See, hello, I'm here. So initially, you know what we used to do? We have something called authoring canvas where we create topics. When it was still called the Power Virtual Agent that built upon the Azure bot framework. When we come in here, what we do first, we set up topics. Topics are your conversation guide. I talked about it earlier that this is what we call the conversational AI. So you have your conversational guides. So I can have a topic and call it help desk, right? So which means if anybody comes and say, yeah, hi, I need help, or hello, anyone there. So it captures that information and then it gives you a response depending on what conversation has been configured or built on the canvas, right? But now with the update of the Copilot Studio, it gets better because now I'm able to tell the Copilot what kind of agent I am looking for, or what kind of agent I need, and then it's able to help me create that agent. So if you look at my screen right now, I asked it for an help desk agent, right? Look at this. Hi, I'm here to help you build an agent so you can get more done. You can say something like provide best practices for your project management or help my teammates on board to a new, which we would like to make. So provide employees with help on troubleshooting issues with their company and devices. Great. This agent is set up to help employees troubleshoot. Do you see that now? With their company's issued devices by providing step-by-step guides and answering specific questions. Let's give it a name. How about device troubleshooter? Does this work for you? So it's asking me, it's helping me build the agent. So it's asking me questions. So if I say, let's say, okay, yes, I say yes, what the next thing is going to do for me, right? The agent name has been updated to this. Now let's refine the instructions further. What should be emphasized or avoided in the responses of device troubleshooter? Do you see that now? So I can now start saying things like um let's say ask for device type, and yeah, say ask for device type and state, always something like that. Let's see. See, the instruction I've already say ensure that the device troubleshooter always ask for the device type and state when troubleshooting the issue. Next, how would you like device troubleshooter to communicate? For example, should it be formal, casual, or have specific tone or style? Let communication always show empathy and professionalism, something like that. Let's see. So can you see that now? Let's determine this data sources for. Do you have any publicly accessible website that you would like to include as data source? Let me say none. So you see how from that conversation that is happening is already configuring things for me. See, understood. We rely on general troubleshooting knowledge and better to employ. So here's a summary. Name this, always has address type, communicate with empathy, no publicly. Is there anything else you would like to add? Ask for a specific issue being addressed. So let me add that. So after adding this, I will just proceed to create, and let's see what the agent looks like, right? The instruction have been updated to ensure that the device always asks for specific issues is now ready to be created. Do you have any further refinement? Let me say none. Right. So now I'm going to proceed to create these agents, right? So let's go. So I'll just click on create, right? You can see there are other things that around it, advanced settings, but let's leave all of that. We just need it to create this agent for me, right? So you see the beauty now. If you're familiar with building chatbots initially, the way we do it, even though that was not too hard, but going through the conversation, structuring the conversation is a lot. But now you see, I'm able to give specific instructions, how I want it handled, how I want the tone to be, the questions, the informations. Now, in doing that, it now configures what we are all familiar with initially when we build bots, things like your topics. See that now? See, there's now topics, there's now actions. So activities now, and then there are topics. Can you see topics? So now there are informations that are already here, right? That is already created for me, and we can fine tune this definitely, right? As because it's an agent. So as you learn more, you improve on it. So for example, now let's test the agent. See, hello, I am this, I am this, I am that. If you provided a website during the creation, just so aware. So let's say I come here to say, my device is slow and I need help. Let's see what happens. Watch this carefully. Let's see what happens. Don't forget, I told you to use general knowledge. It should scout, right? See this? I would be happy to help you with that. To get started, could you please provide the following details? Notice the first thing the AI was going to ask is getting the device type, the information I told you to always get. So the device type. So if I now come and I'll say number one, it's a laptop. Say number two, Windows 11 Pro. Number 3, specific issue, screen freezes free upon multiple tab open. So let me just drop this answer this way and let's see what happens, right? Let's see what happens. Watch the intelligence now of this AI. Do you see this? So let's see what happens. So it says, thank you for providing the detail. Let's go through some steps to troubleshoot the screen freeze issues. So it gave me steps to now solve that problem. And after giving me all of those steps, if the issue persists after following these steps, it might be this. Feel free to reach out if you have any further questions or need additional assistance. Can you see? And it's saying that you see is generated by AI might be incorrect. However, you see that it has been able to do that process for me. You know, the beautiful thing is this. When we used to build this kind of system with the Power Virtual Agent, I told us that we build it using topics and all of that, and we create an authoring canvas. You will notice that that element is still there. It's not lost. There's still the authoring canvas. See the conversation here. And what you see on my screen now is like the back-end automation that normally we build personally ourselves before is now being done now. So from my conversation, the AI is able to now create that authoring canvas, right? Oh, where is my canvas? I love to see it. Is now able to create under actions. Okay. Anyways, I think it's gone. Is now able to create for me an authoring canvas that mirrors the conversation we just had. Beautiful stuff, right? And that's what we're talking about here. Okay. That's that's the intention of leveraging and working with the Microsoft Copilot. It's going to be an important series because we'll still come back to this later, where we'll dissect these critically, looking at agent. We'll break down the agent part, see how we can break it further. We'll bring some people that will take us to the Microsoft 365 side of things, see how it works around there. The Microsoft Dynamics will bring somebody that will also take us through, look at how it works. I will take us to the agent also and see how we create more agents. And we just, so that you can start leveraging and using this Copilot across the system. All right. I hope it's been a wonderful time. All right. If anybody have questions, please drop it on the chat. For those on YouTube, for those on uh, other channels, if you have questions, drop it around Copilot. Around how this can be used. Any questions from anybody? If you have questions, drop your questions. I'll be glad to take on any questions from anybody. But I hope it's been a wonderful time. If it is, you can just give thumbs up or drop a comment in the chat. All right. Okay. Let's wait a couple of seconds and let's see. Okay. Let's wait a couple of seconds to see if we get any question from anybody. Checking the other platforms. Okay. It's a wonderful session, good session, no question. Okay. I see that there's no question. Fantastic. All right, so we'll just hang the boot here today, all right, for this. And the team will put out a poster again soon for the next session that we'll be having around the Microsoft Copilot, and then we'll start delving into how it is being used within the different Microsoft systems, all right, and how you can really use it to efficiently improve your operational activities. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining the webinar today. So good to have you all around, and have a wonderful, wonderful time. We'll see you all in the next webinar. All right. Have a wonderful time.